Alright, this is LSAT PrepTest 24, Section 4, questions 6 through 10. The second logic game of the section. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we have the 7 singers, J, K, L, M, N, O, and P. M, N, O, and P will be scheduled to perform in the finals of the singing competition. During the evening of the competition, each singer performing alone will give exactly one performance. The schedule for the evening must conform to the following requirements. Okay, so this is very clearly a single level sort of simple sequencing game. Okay, so rule number 1. J performs immediately after K, so KJ, box. 2. Patrick performs after Maya, so Maya, then Patrick. Third rule. Lolita performs third only if Norton performs fifth. So if L is in the third slot, that implies that Norton's in the fifth slot. Contrapositively, if N is not in the fifth slot, that implies that L is not in the third slot. Okay. Fourth rule. If Patrick does not perform second, he performs fifth. Patrick not second implies he performs fifth. Okay, so I mean this rule immediately leads us to the big deduction, which is that if Patrick isn't second, he must be fifth. So either he is second, which means that this rule doesn't apply, or he's fifth, which means that there's only two possible ways that this could happen, right? He either has to be second or he's fifth. He's not second, he's fifth. Okay. What else do we know? Up here, we know that M has to come before P. So here, down here, there's no M in either 6 or 7 because M has to come before P. Up here, we know exactly where M goes, right? It's MP and then other people, right? Okay. What else do we know? We know that if N is not 5, then L is not 3. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, N is not 5, so therefore L can't ever be in 3 down here, right? And so these are the only two ways that this could ever happen. And so, given that that's the case, and that we have, a fair amount of information going in, that should make the rest of this game reasonably straightforward. Okay, so number 6. Which of the following is an acceptable schedule for the evening's performers from 1st to the 7th? So I mean, now we just go through and eliminate based on answer choice, or based on these rules. So let's start with rule number 1. K and J have to be in that order. So answer choice A has that, answer choice B has that, C has that, D has K and 3 but J and 7, right? So we eliminate this because it violates rule number 1. And answer choice E, K and J are together at the end. Okay, next rule, Maya before Patrick. Answer choice A, yes, Maya's third, Patrick's fifth. Answer choice B, Maya is, not before Patrick's. Patrick's second, but Maya's fifth. So answer choice B is wrong because it violates rule number 2. Looking at answer choice C, Maya is before Patrick. Answer choice E, Maya is again before Patrick. Okay, great. Next rule, if L is 3, then N is 5. Okay, so let's go through answer choice A. Answer choice A, L is not 3. Answer choice C, L is not 3. Answer choice E, L is 3, but N is not 5. L is 3, but N is 4, so that violates rule number 3. Okay. Next, Patrick has to be in either 2 or 5. Okay, so answer choice A, Patrick is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In answer choice C, Patrick is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. So it turns out answer choice A is the correct answer to this question. Okay, just again, your simple, straightforward process of elimination. Okay, question 7. If Lolita is scheduled for the third performance, which of the following must be scheduled for the sixth performance? Okay, so down here we know that Lolita can't be scheduled for the third performance, so it must be this. 7. So Lolita scheduled here means that M and P must be scheduled here. Which means what? Which means that Norton must be scheduled here. So we have plenty of information here, right? And so what is it that they want out of us? They want to know who must be scheduled for the sixth performance, right? So we still don't really know that, except that look what we have left. I guess before we move any further than that, I forgot to mention that O is the only element that doesn't have any rules attached to it, right? So O is the floater in this case, right? So here we're looking to place KJ in a block and O up here. And it's very clear what goes where. O has to go here because the block only fits over here. So when they ask us what has to be 6, well, it's got to be K. And which answer choice is that? That's answer choice B. Right? Alright, let's get rid of this stuff and keep moving. So number 8. Number 8 says what? If Norton is scheduled for the fifth performance, which of the following could be true? Okay. Norton's scheduled for this fifth performance, which means that Patrick can't be the fifth, which means that we must be in that first scenario. MP, blank, blank, N, blank, blank, right? And here we're looking to place K and J, looking to place O, which is a floater and can do whatever it wants, and then L. Okay? So if Norton's scheduled for 5, And the first mistake that people would make is that is thinking that if n is 5, then L is 3. That's not the case, right? Like read this this conditional statement again, and you see that very clearly that's not the case, right? Okay, but I mean, given that this is what we know, you move through the answer choices, and we should be able to eliminate just purely based on this. Okay, so answer is A. Jamie is scheduled for the 6th performance. No, how can she be scheduled for that? That would imply that K is in the 5th slot. That can't ever be true. How about B? K is scheduled for the 2nd performance? No, P is scheduled for the 2nd performance. How about C? L is scheduled for the 4th performance? I don't see why not, right? You put L here, you put K and J here, and then O floats, it goes here. So L, O, L, K, J. That seems like it could work. This is answer choice C, right? How about D? Maya is scheduled for the 3rd performance? No, she's scheduled for the 1st performance. How about E? Olive is scheduled for the 1st performance? No, Maya is scheduled for the 1st performance. So yeah, answer choice C is the answer to this question. Moving right along. If Maya is scheduled for the 2nd performance. Okay, so Maya is scheduled for the 2nd performance, meaning that we're not in this world, which means that Patrick must be for the 5th performance, which means no L here, no M here, no M here. Actually, and we know exactly where M is, so that's fine, that's great. Right? So here, what are we looking to place? We're looking to place KJ in a block. We need to put O, L, and now we also need to place N. Right? So these are our answer choices. And so obviously K can't go, here. KJ, the block can't go here. But other than that, we're pretty free, right? If you put K and J, and then like O, L, and N can basically just do whatever they want. So subject actually to this constraint, right? That L can't be in slot 3. Okay, so once again they're asking us what could be true. So answer choice A, Jamie is scheduled for the 6th performance. Can J be here? No, because that implies K will be at 5, which is once again taken up by P. How about B? K is scheduled for the 4th performance. 1, 2, 3, 4. K, meaning that J would have to be 5, but no, P isn't 5. So answer choice A and B are just wrong for basically exactly the same reason. How about C? Lolita is scheduled for the 3rd performance. No, L can't ever be scheduled for the 3rd performance in this scenario. How about D? N is scheduled for the 5th performance. No, P is scheduled for the 5th performance. So you know it's got to be E. But E says that all of it is scheduled for the 4th performance. Okay, fine, great. O being here means that K and J must be here. And then you can just kind of do whatever you want, right? Like, well, I mean, actually you can't. L can't be here, so it's got to be here, which means that N has to be here. But this works, right? So that's question 9. All right, final question, home stretch. If Jamie's performance is scheduled to be immediately before Lolita's performance, so Jamie is immediately before Lolita O, then Jamie's performance cannot be scheduled to be. Okay, so Jamie is immediately before Lolita, but then Kevin is immediately before Jamie. So now we have this KJL block, right? And so then the question becomes where we cannot put Jamie, right? So up here, obviously we can't put Jamie in 1st or 2nd or 3rd, right? But we can put him in 4, 5, 6, right? So in this upper scenario, we can put him in 4, 5, and 6. How about down here? Obviously you can't put Jamie in 1. You also can't put Jamie in 2, right? Because here, if Jamie's 2, that means L is 3, and we can't put L in 3. But you can put Jamie in 3. You can't put him in 4. Can't put him in 5. Can't put him in 6. Can't put him in 7. Right? Okay, so looking at the possibilities, up here you can put him in 4, 5, and 6. Down here you can put him in 3. So what are the odd ones out, right? You can't put him in 1. Can't put him in 2. And which one of those is an answer choice? It turns out that 1 is not an answer choice. But 2, that's actually answer choice A. You can't ever put KJ, here. Like I'll actually, since this is the last question of the game, if you put KJ and L here, that would mean that you would violate this rule, and you can't do it, right? Okay, so that means that answer choice A here is the correct answer, and we've even affirmatively disproven the other ones by saying that look, up here you can put them in 4, 5, and 6, and down here you can in fact put them in 3, right? Okay, so answer choice A is the answer to question 10. And that's the game.